Planning to have an uninterrupted electricity and water supply from solar energy in the Gambia and beyond? Worry no more, because Solar Enterprise will provide you with the solutions at reasonable cost. We have experienced personnel who can install and advise you about your electricity and water supply with a warranty period. We have good quality solar products from North America and Europe. We provide services and sell products to individuals, organizations, institutions, private offices, communities, and government. These products are solar panels, batteries, charge controllers, inverters, water pump, water heaters, freezers, submersible pumps, and general solar accessories. Visit our stores at 48 Kairaba Avenue and Brusubi Highway, or you can call us on 7657 479 980-8483, 340-9400 or 635-9906.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My esteemed viewers and all Bunjul online subscribers, how are you all doing? Ramadan Kareem. Welcome to another episode of our daily COVID-19 update. Today we are discussing effect of recent elections in Mali and Guinea-Conakry and the impact on the spread of COVID-19 in West Africa. And we have some very, very interesting numbers for you. But as usual, this is about COVID-19 in general. We start with a brief introduction about the COVID-19 updates, the latest update about COVID-19, the numbers. And this is an English language program, but I will give interim brief summary about different segment in Mandinka quickly. So we're going straight to the numbers. As you are all aware, COVID-19 first appeared in in China in December 2019. Since then, there are a lot of infections, across the world, and there is no corner of the earth which is not directly affected. And what is even more worrying, world most powerful nations are the most affected. And also, if you've been following the recent scientific news, the virus is mutating. That is means it's changing. It's changing, and as the virus change, the impact of that cannot be overestimated, because the vaccines we are trying to produce, they are trying to produce now. By the time they are ready, this virus might mutate to such an extent that this vaccination would be useless. So today's numbers, coronavirus infection so far, total number of people who got infected is 3,788,007 people got infected with coronavirus. Out of that, we have 261,901 dead. And out of the total number of infected, 1,276,930 recovered from the illness. They got the coronavirus and they already recovered. These are the population that is drawing a lot of attention from the scientific community, because these numbers, we believe, will have immunity, or they will be resistant to coronavirus. What I mean immunity is that immunity against an infection means that your body have a specifically programmed proteins called immunoglobulins that are specifically programmed to target and kill coronavirus in people who got infected already. So already countries like the UK already encouraging people who recover to go and donate blood to the National Health Services. This blood will be spun on the plasma. This is the liquid component of the blood, which contain these proteins that the immune cells or the body soldiers, which are specially programmed to kill coronavirus. So this liquid component of the blood will be transfused into people who are currently infected with COVID-19. So basically, the immune cells will just go in and kill these virus these people are suffering from. So effectively, it will reduce the viral load in the body almost instantaneously. This is another level ahead of the vaccination. This is even more efficient. And to give you a practical example, an analogy is like those who have infected with coronavirus. Let's say when Gambia went to the polls in 2016 and they defeated their dictator, Yahya Jammeh, and the guy refused to go. We know that our military, we can't rely on them because there are a lot of renegades who are still loyal to Yahya Jammeh. So we know they are fully trained, but you don't know where their loyalty lies. So what Gambia needs is an external force, which we know where their loyalty lies. That's the economic force. We call in the economic force and come in and flush out the dictator, and we took over our country. So this is how it works. Those who recovered from COVID-19 already have an immune cells which we know are loyal to the body, and they are specific to go and eradicate the COVID-19. So therefore, if you give this the blood from these recovered people to the people who are suffering from COVID-19 infections, those immune cells that come from the recovered person will eliminate the COVID-19 in the six populations. So far, active cases, people who are still still being infected with COVID-19 are 2,249,176. And out of that, 2,200,000 333 people with mild symptoms with COVID-19. When we say mild symptom with COVID-19, we mean those this group who are, some of them are not even showing any sign of symptoms. They have COVID-19, which is confirmed by the daily test, but they yet to show symptoms. So that's why all countries are putting a lot of emphasis on number of people tested per day. UK government put out a promise at the beginning of April that by the end of the April they will test 100,000 per day. They managed to hit that target on the very last day of April, but 7 days into May now, they are falling back now. Their numbers total, and today I think they tested only 69,000, which is very disappointing. And the British Prime Minister is having a rough time from the new Labour leader, who happened to be a very, very a good lawyer, and is surgically he's surgically analyzing every single details about this COVID-19 thing. Forensically, he's examining Boris Johnson. I think he got his match now. So 2,200,033 people in mild condition. When we say mild condition, some of them didn't have any symptoms. But those with symptoms, these symptoms are headache, sore throat sometimes, and persistent cough. You know, you cough continuously, but you don't bring anything. That's what they call in medical terms unproductive cough. And some of these mild condition also, they don't show any other symptoms, but they tend to lose their sense of smell and taste. So if you happen to be in COVID-19 endemic region, and all of a sudden you couldn't smell anything or you couldn't taste your food, you know, you should call 1205 if you are in the Gambia to alert the medical personnel about your conditions. So out of the active infected people, 48,843 currently with severe or serious conditions, and these are the group that need hospital treatment, and not only hospital, but they need intensive care beds so that they can be held to breathe with a machine or respirator. So badi mo coming for tiba ko to wala min ko COVID-19 nal hakilo ba kam December janjan reka fundi tan kan kena banko kan wuhan but ni aji camera ko ning COVID-19 they live can for years. You know, that shows how serious the virus is and how it take over our daily life. Yo kabira kumasta kana sai mo million saba mo wuli keme worowla mo wuli tan sey nin sey ani mo worowla le courant nin so yo wo kono mo wuli keme fula mo wuli taw woro nin killing mo keme konon to anin killing wol fatale yo mo mini alon ko e courant nin so bari nata jadi kende aso wobe mo million killing mo wuli keme fula mo wuli taw woro wala nin woro mo keme konon to anin mo tan saba yo mi yalon ko e kende ata minube kela ibe mol mako ila bakele pour nga courant ni nga understand nga faham abe mako ila fanan ka mol jara min ya lon ko sain courant ni be yo ni dada bankol ka minube ko Angleterre already woli mol ko mandile pour min ya lon ko courant ni so de kende ata pour na e so yelo yo wo yelo ni be min kele be yelo ni tenten na le yele keso ni yo bondi yelo joni yo wo jio kono protein ol bije min ya don ko lum balo la sojar ol le ka courant ata comme nin courant ko do dunde balo kono nin sojar ol balo ke programme le ta ya ata bon ne courant ni attaque ya eliminate balo bi ka nin sojar ol eliminate ay bulan le sote kama boda ni abol kono e ka foda mi la bero jam ya bol kono da bol ko ani keren keren ima ni baramate singo to tending infection o so di ka keren keren di mo so balo la sojar ol ni biye wala ka problem wala ka wodi mo ni so wo balo la sojaro ni ni momi alon ka kende ata wo balo ala yelo la jiyo ni ni transfer mo ko mi alon ko nim virus ba balo ko wo sojaro taririm bandi mo bitare ki virus o ni attack directly ya eliminate so nin treatment sifa wala fana advanced vaccination because vaccination ko kenya min courant ni ala 14 down dami alon ka te ko use ka do yin an cells no ko e ko le target ye baro la sojaro race against that so ibara ne vaccination o kemo balo kono balo ba jela ko e courant le nata ata bara tara manque courant fandi courant la fragment wala mate ka su den dani so be balo la sojaro program la wala je ata then iba jela ko ni courant ni ya so do ko do sojaro bi jele ko de ibi activate la re ke multiply ta courant ni ata ya fontin so mbol sengo yo courant ni kabira kuma sai mol min ya lon ko courant ni na be tama ko wobe mo million fula mo wuli keme fula mo tan wuli tan kono to ni mo wuli tan nanin kono to mo ke manin tawro la ni woro yo woli kono courant be minnu la mo wuli keme mo million fula mo wuli keme fula keme sabatan sabanin saba wol be damin courant ni man di wol kan ba ke ka to le mild conditions yo ñin mi an ko courant man di kan ba ka boli kono modol bi wol fo malon ko courant be so wolan no social distancing bankol be ya introduce pour ñunu mi yalon courant be balo kono bari malon ko courant be la puri kana fonti eta bulal to mol kasiya da me mol sam yo bardol fanan biye woli ya courant fil le barame landi wol fanan sitano supermarket wol to le tano football dula eta dula to mol sam wala na bankol be ko social distancing pour courant bulo nye kono ni amo mol be nyo sound le ka si ka sutiyanyo ba ne mol jam fandi nyola le courant inte sound nan so nying mile condition mini alon ko la courant nyim man serious baake they are very important in that respect yo bari ni ko courant nying mini alon ko e courant nying fila be balo kono ika kalamuta nyaadi ka fo me courant nying na symptom yo aboli kono kundimo kankono to dimo o mobe biko so ba kundimo mobe ko so do nin courant nying bela ibalo ka kandi yo ika toto fanan toto nyin ika toto continuously bari bika fem bonde ya jele wo mala ala description oji yo dol bije wolu ibaro bika kandi ibika fem ibika toto bari all of a sudden ibika fem serano ibika fem fanan na test soto no fem bika dia ida ko ni fem odon fo kolon fo sukuro ni bika lon covid-19 ko okay and also symptom do je mi alon ka be ko ka fumi covid-19 to sign wo fundita wo i dapat i sin konni wal kanten din je ke ngani ani ngani ka ma dio so yo bari covid-19 la fundi follow nga symptom o doli je mo jama ya mira nte fanga di time na mira ko fake video lo mol ka tararo re ki ka busandi ka fa kaina sa te ko yo yem natal dol je mol ka tar supermarket ko ne ka dajo ta ka fa do mo ro gam pour mo dole sam walla nga molje an lif kono ikata ika toto lif la botinol kam pour mole sound well binga natalol je in america mi ya lon ko nim social mol kana ika mol attack randomly in fact another guy who fought telephone in america yo ngaje one of them in the park park wodi no ni mol na ta kaya nyori je min kono I think well womo corona la symptom dole to me along ka man properly describe for woma la neurological symptom because corona ka bundal min ta pour ka dunna system o kono wo bunda ni ma benna nungol le kono katan kanko nya katan na kufu ka pa bori neurologist ol fana ya tandi ya establish sign ko yin dun dula la benna brain fana kono so corona kurang lo mi alon ko hani sign bam fen jama lon bi bari mol ba lon kan so wo kamol o pour ka daji fo la ka toto ka fo kono force is a neurological symptom o mala aka minke kun ke wala ase la kun ke wala losing no network wala collapse ke check all of a sudden so there are a lot of things come out but min fon worry to be news min be fen ko rolom fen ko nyimbe falin kan ka fo mi mutation virus nyimbe change can continuously so as a janni nyim vaccination or kapari virus o nyimbe change mele so much sure that nyim vaccination or pareta it kurang nyim sutel and one the father tarale that will be a disaster but there is a big possibility and a medical community I got an indicator yo ni wo bota jembina no mbasol men dila nyim 24 hours min tambida bankol mi alon ko kurang nyim dita wolle kamba ke mo jelle kurang min sodo ani mo jelle fata America in America they recorded 8,829 new cases past 24 hours and 963 deaths, and these numbers could go to 3,000 deaths per day. Towards the end of this month, according to all the predictions. from the scientists. Spain recorded 3,121 new cases, 244 dead, and over past 24 hours, Italy recorded 1,444 and 369 new cases. UK recorded 6,111 new cases and 649 dead. And France, the figures are not yet out, but Germany recorded 365 new cases and no death. Russia, for 4 days in a row, they recorded over 10,000. So the past 24 hours, they recorded 10,599 new cases and 86 death. Turkey recorded 2,253 new cases, 64 dead. And Brazil recorded 6,885 and 101 dead. Brazil is another country in a real dilemma because they have an idiot president. That Bolsonaro guy is in the same league as Donald Trump. They haven't got a clue, what's going on. These guys still denying the challenges facing the world about this pandemic, and he's playing with it. In Iran, they recorded 1,680 new cases, 79 dead. China recorded 2 new cases and no death, if we go by China's number. So that is what I have for today for the statistic. But today I'm going to my main topic, that is recent election in Guinea-Conakry and Mali, and how that is impacting on the spread of COVID-19 in West Africa. If you all remember, 22nd of March, 2020, Guinea-Conakry went to the polls, in a referendum to decide if their president, who is 82-year-old, can contest in the election. For the, he can lead for another 12 years anyway, just to describe it further. And on the 29th, 1 week after that election in Guinea-Conakry, Mali also went to the polls in parliamentary elections. And by the on the 22nd of that month, there was no COVID-19 in Guinea. When the Guineans went to the polls, there was no COVID-19 in Guinea at the time. But right now, Guinea have 1,856, recorded cases. Past 24 hours, and they have 45. Whilst Mali have so far 631 and close 19. They recorded 19 new cases. First, I will read out to you the countries closest to the Gambia and their numbers. Then I will discuss Guinea specifically and Mali. So far, Guinea recorded 1,856 COVID-19 cases and 45 new cases past 24 hours. So far, they have 11 deaths and 1 new death today. And Senegal have 1,429 cases so far, and past 24 hours they recorded 104 new cases. This is significant as far as Gambia is concerned, because the Senegalese fisherfolk are still flooding into the Gambia on daily basis to sell their daily catch to these fish meal factories, unabated. Guinea-Bissau also just 3 to 3 weeks ago, 3 to 4 weeks ago, they don't have a single number. Now they registered 475 cases, and past 24 hours alone, they recorded 62, new cases. Burkina Faso have 729 COVID-19 cases so far, and past 24 hours, they registered 41 new cases. The Gambia still we have 17, and Sierra Leone have 225 cases, and past 24 hours they recorded 26 new cases. So talking about Guinea-Conakry, I mean, Guinea went to the polls on the 22nd of March 2020. Right now, they registered 1,856. And at the time of going to the polls for that referendum, there was no COVID-19 case in Guinea. And within a month and a week or so, they now registered 1,856 and 11 deaths. And the good news, they have 597 recovered. Okay, let's look at this graph for Guinea. I wish we talk about this. I will run this graph. If you go to World O meter Guinea, then you click on Guinea name, the graph will be done. If I can show that in the screen, it will be brilliant. But if you can't, yeah. So they went to the poll 22nd, and exactly 8 days later, they registered their first case. That's on the 30th of March. On the 30th of March, Guinea registered their first case. That is long after Gambia recorded their first case. So this, what I'm trying to highlight here, the importance of social distancing, because during those elections, part of Guinea, they refused to go to the polls and they protested, and in live crowds. So there was no social distancing. People were intermingling. You know, People were intermingling. That's why Gambians have to look at these figures and take heed and respect, these state of emergency laws, and to observe strict social distancing, because social distancing is very, very important in controlling the spread of COVID-19. Look at Guinea. On the 22nd, when they went to the polls, there was no COVID-19 cases. Probably there was, but it was not recorded. So what happened was, what I suspect happened, during the elections, people were in lines, and in those lines there was no social distancing in the election queues. But beside the election queues, all the opposition parties boycotted that referendum, because they think that guy, 82-year-old, definitely the old man should just retire and go and enjoy his pensions. So 22nd they went to the polls. After 8 days, on the 30th, they registered their first case. So from the 30th, that is 6 weeks ago now, they have 1,856, cases recorded so far. So this is, I 2 weeks ago, I put this on my timeline, and also I tweeted it that West Africa, ECOWAS, should be really, really concerned. And this is the time they should come together and find a solution, how they can protest. Because recently I watched a documentary, I've never been to Guinea Conakry, but I watched a documentary. It was entitled "Risk It All." It's a series in Al Jazeera, different countries, and how some people are struggling to make ends meet. This is about, the documentary was about Guinean drivers who are traversing from the capital to the Nuki and Karanis of Guinea Conakry. It's just unbelievable. The infrastructure is depleted and it's almost non-existent. But if you look at the forest cover, you look at the rain pattern, you know that this is a very, very rich country. But as just like any other African country, maladministration over the years is taking its toll. So Guinea's healthcare system is in terrible, terrible state. It can't be compared to Gambia. We know Gambia healthcare situation is deplorable, is very weak. But Gambia is far ahead of Guinea Conakry. I can tell you that in anything I watched from that documentary. I watched the hospital conditions in Conakry itself, and also in the hinterlands. So if Guinea is registering these numbers, we are not safe. Nobody is safe in West Africa. That's why ECOWAS should come in now. Africa's big brother, Nigeria, this is the time to call other African nations and come together and put our resources, mega resources together, and go and try to stem the flow of this. And you look at Mali also. Mali went to the polls on the 29th of March. At the time, I will show you the graph for Mali if I can. You know, I'm not sure what were their figures, but Mali, on the 29, if there is any, it's not many. So just to buttress you, Africans are very, very stubborn. We are in the middle of pandemic. These elections should have been called off, but our leaders care very, very little about the health of the population. They decided anyway these elections have to go ahead. But election is our people. If people's lives is at risk, why would you go to the polls? you know. So Mali, at the time of going to the polls, I think they are in single numbers. I will But what is worrying about Mali, their death rate is probably the highest in the world. I mean, per capita, because they have 631 and 32 deaths. Senegal have like 1,429 and only 9 deaths. So you can see. And also, Conakry, their numbers is a little bit better than Mali. So Mali graph I'm going to show you at the time of going to the, yeah. So Mali went to the polls on the 29th of February. So 27, yeah, there was no case. Could you imagine that? You know, could you imagine that at the time of going to Mali also didn't have any case. Um, No, sorry. Mali registered their first case on the 26th. On the 26th of March, and on the 29th, they decided to go to the polls anyway. But look at what happened in 5 weeks. They now have 729 cases so far. Past 24 hours alone, they recorded 19 cases, and their death rate is one of the highest in the world per capita. So this is a terrible situation. I'm using this opportunity to call on my country people, Gambia, to enforce this state of emergency laws, because this is our only chance we have. Our healthcare system cannot sustain any kind of shock from spread of COVID-19. And as things are, there is very, very, very likely Gambia is going to explode pretty soon. And we are in line, on target, to fall in WHO projections. WHO is projecting that by June, July, West Africa COVID-19 numbers will peak in West Africa, and this spell a disaster for us because we don't just have the resources. We don't have the resources, we don't have the organizational skills, to deal with these kind of situations. And if you said you're going to rely on the international body, the whole world is preoccupied now with their own problems. So, Allah forbid, but if we should have big numbers, is us. And our situation is a little bit similar to South America, but they are even better than us. But look at what COVID-19 is doing in South America. They are even struggling to bury their deaths. You go in the street, people, dead bodies, decomposing on the streets, in Ecuador, Chile, around those areas, they are struggling, to bury their dead. Go all of it. But Gambia, let's respect this state of emergency laws and save life. Please stay at home. And as usual, still don't forget the hand washing we used to preach here early in the pandemic are still very much relevant. These are the preventive measures. Make sure if you come inside your house, the first thing you do, you go and wash your hand with a general amount of soap, with generous amount of soap. This is any kind of soap will do. Make sure your hands is properly clean. If you don't have soap, you can use alcohol hand-based gels. And if you're going to sneeze, if you have a dry disposable towel, you can cover your nose and sneeze or cough. But if you don't, please do this. Make sure you cover your nose and mouth and sneeze inside this. That will control the spread of the virus. And also stay at home. And at home also maintain social distancing. Social distance is not only about in the streets, but at home also maintain social distancing. I know this is going to be difficult in some Gambian settings, but it's possible if we try. So thank you all very much. I come to the end of this program. I will summarize quickly in Mandinka, but I appeal to you to please share this video. And we are grateful for your time and support. I'm coming for all of you to quickly for Mali anin Guinea Conakry ye carte fere min ke ni wato kono woye mo impact le sodo min kura le janjang to West Africa yo ni Guinea Conakry ye carte fa referendum o pour lo president ke wari min grâce combino no nyami sanji tan min fla ke even though wa time o min kura be janjang kan West Africa aɓe janjan kan duniya dulal ɓe dubara tulo mam moy a continue ta ka election okay Yo election of an Guinea be ma support opposition will be a boycott and more demonstration okay. So new kura ma biye bari ma di take at time more demonstration okay ni la election or la no jibe more be nak renewal social distancing man karabi. And exactly 1 week kabri bote election ola kura nyim kuma sta ko funti yo kabela election wala nin sa ente ma loku woro lam sign West Africa and tollo ma fon la West Africa ma fon le tolle la number high ta bet Guinea Conakry sign more wuli killing more keme say tawlu ni wole kuran min solo and kunun damma more keme anin monani wole kuran min solo Guinea Conakry banko min kandi so yela ka refer da ife ko min dem yo ni wado de tata mali toli yela ka fe fay a makaro tul mu wannin fananto yo abe ko tili fulalo mo janni kada ka ke fay le toli yela first case mo register yo lo first case mi je wol fananta election wala election bulan benga la line o jelo social distancing tije in fact in mid marate la election wala te wo election ko la 4 days I COVID-19 so you know warning sign let niaje ko social distancing pour courant wala duloy ko da be minnu la janni ka kalamte kana mo sam ya be minnu la fana man loy ko la fone kana mo sam wala social distancing na fa yo bari ñing Africa président olu itulo bika moy be pare man kela mo la ni wonte most election ni mo fon la banko la jaari kende yo mali dada election wala mali fanan na nomba be sele ka wala nyama kadira ala election ni bitema lokulu bar wo kono sign mo keme woro mo tan sabanin kin wala courant min soto itol fanan kunun da ma mo tan min konon dole courant min soto so pour ka fo gambian wala ren kana mira control ya inde se courant yin na dunta je na chance man chance soto because niamo dunia mo le na boye ne ma ko woni fon le bulo man tarafa dunia bele be busy fon la banko dum la ke tankandi so tol mene sen tankandi no wolo mo jam fanyola ngam luwala mi respect ma si sol kono na continue kambulo ku bulo ku dula ko dal be nyanta so dole da to limmo na da la ko dal kono ye bulo ku janni ka futal na to fon dun dal la ko dal la ko kono ali al bulo ku janna ka si ni safuno se ni kena including so da safuno yeah, yeah, the new one to do alcohol hand base rob is okay no bulo konole fa ya mo si fa be ja wo so virus on in fano yo ni kana to kanole kana tiso ta nin fen ko be bulu tisu paper be bulu se no ko ba yo tiso after ya fa dula do ben just bino kon kana fa dawla yo ni wo te bulu don ise tiso ya ni be tiso le ya teken yo no ko anida wala ni be to pour courant ke so nya kana danda because nimmo be nyaatino wala 2 meters nyaatino wala wonde karden wala be sa dino courant so wala ma social distancing in mafati thank you once again for your time I really appreciate your time please share the video thank you
Planning to have an uninterrupted electricity and water supply from solar energy in the Gambia and beyond? Worry no more, because Solar Enterprise will provide you with the solutions at reasonable cost. We have experienced personnel who can install and advise you about your electricity and water supply with a warranty period. We have good quality solar products from North America and Europe. We provide services and sell products to individuals, organizations, institutions, private offices, communities, and government. These products are solar panels, batteries, charge controllers, inverters, water pump, water heaters, freezers, submersible pumps, and general solar accessories. Visit our stores at 48 Karaba Avenue and Brusubi Highway, or you can call us on 7657 479 980-8483, 340-9400, or 635-9906.
He is by Yusufasao. He is the head of the Kajabang community. What he's saying, he's expressing his gratitude towards what Gunjur project did to the community. He has buttressed the steadfastness and the collaboration that Gunjur project is plowing back everything that got from assistance to the community. So he's asking the Almighty God to give Gunjur project the strength, the ability, as well as the donors, okay, who are making all this possible. Although it's small, but it will do long way. So he's praying to be able to raise more funds to be able to have the whole community supply.
So experience of an abidimba live in Yadoma at the Palalan. Catalana Felam Hanin the Tarjata Lentata Ulocon. So
okay. We are so grateful with this donation and we appreciate it. We are saying thank you to Gunjur project. We see their participation. Definitely, this is meaningful.